Welcome to the Landscape Library's YouTube channel. I'm Jordan, founder of the Landscape Library and voice behind the tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and visit our website, thelandscapelibrary.com, to read landscape-focused articles or enroll in our online courses teaching the top softwares for landscape design. If you have questions or comments, add them below and enjoy the video. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the join command in Rhino. And what's nice about the join command is when you're developing a landscape plan, sometimes you're creating different segments of lines throughout a process because you're not sure of what the design is going to be yet. So you're creating construction lines. Maybe those construction lines turn to actual hard lines within the drawing. So the command join is basically allowing segments of lines to be joined together, but the most crucial thing that you need to know is that these lines have to touch each other and be at the end point of the line, which is why it's really important that you're using OSNAP when creating landscape plans, so you're connecting to the end point. So like I mentioned in the beginning of these trainings, the line command actually separates two different lines into like different sequences. So let's say that we were drawing a landscape plan, we were using the command line, and I want to join these lines together. You simply type in join, and we can highlight both of these lines, and you can either hit enter or right click, and it'll join both of these lines together into one continuous motion. And this works the same for curves too. So if we were to do the interpret curve, and maybe we had a couple options here where we wanted to join the curves together. It's not the most prettiest line here, but there we go. We want to join these two separate curves together. You can also highlight both of these curves and type in join, and now it's joined into one curve. But you can see when I pressed join, it says two curves are joined into one open curve. That's because it's registering that this is an open endpoint and this is an open endpoint. When I join lines together, let's say that I created this shape right here. This is a separate line, and this is also a separate line. And when I type in join, you're going to see that they are in a closed surface or a closed curve. That's just meaning that all the endpoints are lining up together, and all of them have joined successfully. Now I'll give you an example of what happens if you're not using OSNAP mode. For instance, if I created this line and I want to create another line without OSNAP mode, but I think I'm close, I'm going to use the command join. I'm going to grab both of these lines, hit enter, and you can see that there are this kind of warning box comes up. We could hit yes and hit enter. You can see how it automatically fixes the line. I highly suggest not going this route. You can see already that this line is a little off of it being sort of true straight. We could check that by seeing that there is a gap between what I just drew and what the line was previously. So when you're drawing in Rhino, make sure you're drawing in OSNAP connecting to the endpoints. That way, down the road, when you're compiling your landscape plans together and you want to hatch certain areas or create calculations for area, you want to make sure that these surfaces or these lines are touching each other on the endpoints.